Give that a tug. So I remember noticing this thing was revving kind of high, and I found that it's a vacuum supply to the motor mount. That might be a vacuum leak that's causing an issue. Last time I pulled from the top on the Acura, because I didn't want to pull the subframe, ended up doing 90% of the work to remove the subframe. And still pulling it from the top, which took a lot more time. This one I think I'm going to take from the bottom, and I gotta find me where I'm going to bolt my chain. That's the biggest issue on this one, because I'm going to have to attach the engine support or use another jack to hold up the engine while I get underneath of the transmission with the ATV jack. Look what Nissan gives you in 2018. Holy crap. If I could find a spot that had reasonable rent, I might buy a lift. Having a pain in the ass time getting this axle out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get in the zone. Yep, 30 years, master certified. 2 storage sheds full of tools. I still rent shit from AutoZone. Alright, so I've been wrestling with this fucking axle on this Frontier. Got me a crow's foot. It's not really helping. That thing hasn't budged a bit. I got an air hammer in behind the knuckle on the fucking tulip and started hammering on it. That bearing hasn't budged out of that carrier. So I'm going to try a little bit of this, because I've already tried heat, which I don't want to put any more heat than that on it because I don't want to ruin the bearing or the seal. And I tried crayon. Probably can't see right now, but they're a little bit I put crayon in there because what crayon does is gets into the rust and breaks things up a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and swab in some of this. I don't have anything I can spray it with. I'm going to use these Q-tips that I got here. Some Pro Lube. It's probably not going to do shit, but we're going to put it in there. I wonder if I could thin it out with a little bit of, ooh, boy, if I could thin that out with some acetone and spray it in there. And then the acetone would evaporate and all you'd be left with. What's a good idea? I don't have any acetone at the moment, and we're just going to work with just the Pro Lube itself. Got that thing soaked, heated, waxed. I'm going to vibrate it now. Alright, the saga continues. So I've removed this motor mount bracket that was here. I've got all our bolts out of our carrier bearing. And here's an issue. This axle needs to slide out of the transmission. It needs to slide out of the transaxle. I'll repeat that. That needs to slide out of there. And we have a bracket that has this extra little tab here. And this would bolt to your catalytic converter. It's a nice little tab that sticks right around this little bolt hole here, keeping that from moving out. And of course, this isn't going to fucking rotate enough to go around that. So I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and unbolt the transfer case, get it sloppy. But I don't even know if that's going to come out of there, if that's going to bump up against that. I'm not sure if this is actually supposed to come out of here, and it's just not going to because it's fucking seized. And because what I'm seeing is this is all, you would get this as one piece. And then I saw another thing where it shows the whole thing is two pieces. Then I saw, or it shows it, I'm sorry, I saw where this is one piece. Then I saw the whole thing where both pieces come together. And then I saw where this is with just a bearing and no bracket. So there's really, it's impossible to fucking nail it down without calling the dealer, and I have not yet because it's just a goddamn axle. So I guess tomorrow I'll have to call the dealer and find out if this axle actually comes with a carrier that has to press into this, or it's just stuck in there. I've already heated it up. I've probably ruined that fucking bearing, and I couldn't get it to move. So, yeah.